Let's be real here. In this day and age, mental illnesses are romanticized. I'm giving in to this thought, so I have over 25 mental illnesses. Okay, I don't actually have them, but okay. Today, I'm going to be making a tier list of the hottest mental illnesses. Let's piss some people off. ADHD. People with ADHD forget shit so easily, so it's gaslight all you can for absolutely free. There's never a dull moment with an ADHD enjoyer because they're always crackheads, especially people like Michael Reeves.
Huge, I have brain damage.
If you're having an argument with your ADHD partner, all you gotta do is point in different directions in quick succession and they'll forget the argument never happened. I simp. Borderline personality disorder. BPD people are the type to ask if you'd still love them if they were a fucking worm. They also lack a sense of self, so they're very wishy-washy about everything they do. But they're clingy as fuck, which can be cute. I tier. PTSD. Sorry, my bad. Force of habit. PTSD is memed on constantly, but it does actually exist and there's unlimited fun to be had when you keep triggering somebody's PTSD. Because the reactions never get old. I tier. Binge eating disorder. It's always fun feeding a binge eater. It's like feeding cattle or fattening up your pet. For me, it's like I'm an Asian grandma. I think feeding them is fun, but then I ask why the fuck they're so fat when they look like Gorlock the Destroyer. Mid-tier. Anxiety. People with anxiety will always make you feel like you want to protect them. They get scared when they so much as take one step past their comfort zone, so you want to encourage them and let them know that it's okay because you're there for them. It's like a dog when it's scared of thunder. Low-key adorable. Hella hot tier. Schizophrenia. Schizophrenics are the worst drug dealers because they'll tell you they'll sell you a bag of meth and then give you a bag of air and they swear it's there. You just have to use your fucking imagination. They're like the stock market. They make you realize there's always a higher high. Even when you're faded as fuck, they're one plane of existence higher than you are. They alone are the honored ones. But when it comes to creativity, schizophrenics are unparalleled. Hella hot tier. Asperger Syndrome. Sounds like asparagus or Asperger's. Yummy. Gordon Ramsay tier. Erectile dysfunction. Listen, I don't know whether to laugh at you or cry for you, just get well soon, buddy. Alzheimer's. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, Alzheimer's is hot when a woman has it because that way they won't be digging up ancient history. On the flip side, women may be annoyed when it's men who have it because the guy just won't know what the fuck he does wrong ever. Wait a second, that's just men. We don't know what we did. I tier. Tourette Syndrome. People with Tourette's are the best beatboxers and breakdancers. You don't even have to ask them to drop a beat and they still will. But it can get irritating sometimes because imagine you're at a funeral and the Tourette's person just goes. On the flip side, you do get to hear sick beats daily. DJ Khaled tier. Gender dysphoria. Gender dysphoria is so easy to treat, I don't understand. Just switch teams and that's your treatment. Problem solved. That'll be $500. Skittles tier. Kleptomania. Stealing shit that you don't necessarily need is not exactly the hottest thing in the world. Look, you can steal all the shit you want as long as you don't drag me into it. Marie Schrader tier. Bipolar disorder. Present in majority of goth chicks, bipolar disorder is one of, if not the most attractive mental illness in the world. I like to call this disorder hot and cold because sometimes they'll be super nice and caring, and other times they'll tell you to die in a ditch. It's a coin toss, that's why it's so fucking addicting to be with them because it's a gamble 95% of the time. You just can't stop gambling. Another reason bipolar people are so attractive is because they're so passionate about the things that they love that you get drawn into their pace. Simp tier. Premature ejaculation. Ah yes, the male equivalent of a miscarriage. I don't even know why this is on my list. Listen, to you quick comers, work on your stamina, assholes. Worst part about these fuckers is they only ever give 2 tiddlywinks of cum too. Get yourself checked. Intellectual disability. I love people with intellectual disability, especially when they're rich. That means they're swimming in money and are easy to manipulate. So easy to dig for fucking gold. Even when you make fun of them, they won't understand you, so they won't get mad. I don't see a downside here except if they're so dense that they can't recognize your advances. Simp tier. OCD. People with OCD are the most likely to let their intrusive thoughts win. Of course, this differs between men and women. When girls let their intrusive thoughts win, they usually impulse buy something like fucking jewelry or some shit. But when men let their intrusive thoughts win, it looks like this.
I mean, we gotta know. Hit a swift... Okay, I'm dead. Okay. Sorry, I was just curious.
People with OCD are also perfectionists who plan ahead years in advance, even planning the date that they get married and have kids, even when they're fucking broke.
If you're a broke boy, just say so.
Simp tier. Dissociative identity disorder. I actually have a friend with this, and it's like talking to the pharaoh one second and then another I'm suddenly talking to Yugi. But if I had a dime for every time their DID kicked in, I would have 2. It's not much, but it's fucking surreal that it happened twice. When DID kicks in, it's a coin flip between entertaining and fucking terrifying. I tier. Depression. I can fix them. Fuck, my bad. My savior complex just kicks into high gear and I just can't stop myself. They'll see me as the sunshine in their life. It's like Mr. Beast's philanthropy channel. Did you seriously just compare yourself to Mr. Beast? Yeah, you're right. Maybe Jesus is more accurate. Hella hot tier. Delusional disorder. This is just every anti-vaxxer, flat earther, and Twitter canceller in existence. These people tend to have major delusions of grandeur where they tell everyone they're right and everyone who disagrees with them is wrong and deserves to live in the Earth's core. Get out. Insomnia. I have insomnia as well sometimes, so according to my completely unfair and biased opinion, it's a yes from me. Body dysmorphia. It's good. Having body dysmorphia means that they'll always want to look their A game. But the sad part is when they do look good, you won't fucking see them at all because they're too busy hiding their body from the rest of the world. I tier. Hoarding disorder. The upside is they got a lot of shit. The downside is they got a lot of shit. And the things they hoard can be RNG too. Spoons, forks, bricks, you name it, they have it. They're like Bellathor's general goods. They got fucking everything.
If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second.
My strange addiction tier. Anorexia. Anorexia is hot because they're on a constant diet, so they'll be hot forever. That is until they start puking on your fucking floor. Which is even hotter. I simp. Antisocial personality disorder, aka Discord moderators, aka encephalitis, aka all of Twitter. These are the most unattractive people of all time. When it comes to antisocial males, they're usually stinky, slimy incels who think male supremacy is the way to go. And if we're talking about females, they're usually self-obsessed narcissistic bitches who think that men are so far beneath them that they deserve to live in the Earth's core. You deserve each other and you both need detention. Pedophilia. Pedophilia is actually hilarious because how in the actual fuck are you in love with a literal child? I can never comprehend. Pedophilia is a crime punishable by death, not a mental illness, and pedophiles should be made fun of for all eternity. They deserve to be scorned, shunned, shivved, and tortured until the end of time. Being a furry. I don't know why this is here, but if you're a furry, you're already halfway to pedophilia, so please get out. These rankings are based on my completely biased and arbitrary criteria. I can't say criteria for shit. If I deem that the mental illness isn't hot, then it's not a feature, it's a defect. And I have no interest in damaged goods, okay? In all seriousness, this wasn't an easy video to make because mental illnesses are so intertwined these days. You can't simply label mental illness anymore because mental illnesses are so much more complex than your average disease. And it's not just pinning it down to a simple, oh, I have schizophrenia or I have ADHD. These are complex illnesses with no real cure because the brain is still being studied. There's so much more that we have yet to explore in the universes that are our brains. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, feel free to leave a death threat. See ya.